Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. If you found this video, I got a little bit of a different setup here, so please bear with me as I figure all that out. But I just wanted to hop on here and get a really quick message for you guys. So as always, please don't make anything fit or resonate that does not resonate with you. Okay? So I went ahead and got a couple oracle cards for you guys. We'll just jump right into it. So you got Activated Earth and Loosen Your Grip. And take a look at those cards. And so Activated Earth, I don't know, it's raining right here right now, so I don't know if it might be raining where you are. So the energy just really feels, it really feels refreshed and renewed, like you are trying to cleanse out like your energetic body and trying to cleanse out all those burdens, like all those blockages that may be blocking your manifestations or making you really feel like, in those low frequency emotions like depression and anxiety. So something just feels really fertile for you right now. Like you could be trying to get pregnant or just trying to birth something into existence, right? Like the ground feels really fertile for you to start planting seeds right now. Or maybe you are starting to see some of those seeds that you planted a little bit ago starting to sprout and starting to blossom. And if so, that's awesome for you guys. But for some of you, you may just be planting new seeds right now. And now is the time to really nurture them and to really give them the attention and all the things that they need in order to bloom, in order to blossom in the future, right? And so again, you got Activated Earth, power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. So really trust in your intuition, because those seeds that you're planting or that you have planted, they need or they rely on you listening to your intuition in order to bring them into fruition, in order to manifest them. So really don't lose sight of that, right? Don't deny your intuition. I know sometimes life gets chaotic and, we're not sure what to do next. We're not sure where to go, but all you have to do is listen to your intuition, right? All these things that you're desiring, all these things that you're wanting, your intuition is leading you there. Okay, all you have to do is listen to it and take those aligned actions, take those aligned steps in order to get to that life, bring in those new things that you want to bring in, right? And if you're not familiar with ley lines, and I am no history buff, but bear with me on that. But if you're not familiar with ley lines, they're like these, and some people don't believe in them, but please do your own research, look them up later. But ley lines are like those invisible lines that kind of scatter the earth, right? And the idea behind them is that they're like almost like power lines, power places, where if we really tune into them, our senses can pick up on them and they can essentially activate this energy that we have in us, right? And you might be familiar with, I believe this is Stonehenge. Like, don't quote me on that, but I believe this is Stonehenge, and you may be familiar with all those wonders of the world, right? That no one can really say for sure what they are, because whoever built them, they're long gone, right? But there's this idea behind them that those monuments or those structures, whatever you want to call them, is that they work with the ley lines to kind of activate this portal energy, right? Activate all this energy like the earth has just naturally and innately, right? So if that's even a word. But so really trust in your intuition at this time. And if you're someone who really doesn't get outside much, like now is the time to really ground yourself, right? Because it feels like whatever you're trying to bring in, whatever you're trying to manifest, like you're so close to it. You're so close to it. Like you can almost see the ribbon, but you have not ran through it yet, right? And I'm getting like the sense like you're really tired, you're really exhausted from always waiting, right? Like when is this going to come in for me? When is it going to happen? But I think your guides they're telling me like now is the time to really trust in your intuition, because the ground is so fertile right now. all these things that you want, all these things that you're desiring, that you're trying to bring in, this life that you're trying to get to, it's on the other side of the door, right? All you have to do is nurture those seeds. Like that little sprout, it's like it's rising above the surface, and it's wanting to bloom, and you just have to trust in that, right? You have to rely on your intuition to bring you there, because it is, okay? But, and again, ley lines, trust that you have that power to do that, right? Just like the earth has all these frequencies and all this light, all this energy embedded into it. Like, we have the ability to tune into it, but you have to kind of filter out all the distractions, all the things that are clogging your energy, right? Like, you have to allow your energy to flow, and you can't do that if you're not tapping into your intuition, if you're not listening to your intuition, right? And so that's not like judgment, but it's more meant to be like a reminder, right? It's like your intuition is leading you to wherever you want to go, right? You just have to listen to it. You have to, essentially, I'm hearing that song, Living on a Prayer. Yeah, that's basically what you have to do. You have to live on a prayer, and then you have to have the faith and the trust that that prayer is going to be answered, that thing is going to come in for you, whether it's a new car, new house, a promotion at work, whatever it is. All you have to do is align your thoughts, your emotions with it, and your actions, and then rely on your intuition, and it's going to bring you to whatever thing, or it's going to help you attract whatever thing you're trying to attract, right? Okay, so the other one you got was loosen the grip, coping mechanisms, density, addiction, let God in. So whatever's been clogging your intuition, whatever's been blocking it, it may be some form of addiction, and we all have them. Like, it may not be smoking or drinking, but we all have some form of addiction, right? Something that we cannot easily give up, right? And so whatever that is, give it to God, release it, like let it go and let God handle it, okay? Because whatever it is, it can potentially keep you from your manifestations, right? Because it's burdening you and it's controlling you in a sense, right? And so like we see her here, she looks like she's kind of falling, but I wouldn't say she's falling. She's letting go of whatever, of wherever she came from, trusting that that she's going to land on something safe or something soft, like something is going to catch her. So whatever this thing is for you, whatever this addiction is for you, release it. And yeah, that's not to say you're going to do it cold turkey. You're going to do it overnight. But give it to God. Let God handle it. Let God take it away from you, because it is not serving you. Again, whatever that addiction is for you, we all have them. For some of us, it's food. For some of us, it's drinking, right? So, and there's no judgment in any of that. I don't know. I feel like somebody really needed to hear that. Okay, but trust your intuition. Let go and let God. And yeah, those are the tools that you need at this time. That feels really important, really significant, because it feels like now the ground is so fertile that you need to focus on the things that you want to see more of in your life. Now is not the time to plant unhealthy or the wrong seeds, right? Because we definitely don't want to be planting any seeds of doubt or fear or worry, because those are not the ingredients to concoct the life, the sort of life we're trying to get to, okay? But I don't want to make this too long today, so I'm going to go ahead and jump into some tarot and kind of see what's going on in your energy today, okay? Okay, I'm going to shuffle these really quickly, and we'll get into it. I hope everyone's having a good day. It's really rainy and stormy here, but there's something relaxing about the rain too that I don't necessarily mind it today. I mean, I don't like driving in storms or anything, but a little rain, just enough to get the ground wet, enough to let you hear the pitter patter that's outside. It's really relaxing. Okay. All right. Okay, so you just had the Lovers and the Hermit come out at this time. Let you guys see those cards. Yeah, they got this really pretty gold foil around it. Something might be significant about gold or gold jewelry, gold like rings or earrings for somebody. So the Hermit, so you could really be, intuition is very significant with this reading. So you could really be relying heavily on your own inner guidance, on your own intuition, and not listening to any outside influence, whether that's like friends or family, or even just like the media sometimes will sell us things that are not for our highest good, right? They do not make you feel good things about yourself, right? So it does feel like you're starting to recognize that, to listen to your own inner guidance, listen to your own intuition, because you are your own, you are your best guide, right? It's okay to get advice from other people, but they can't always lead you there. They can always hold your hand through the whole thing. Only you can do that, right? Only you and your soul can take you to wherever you're trying to get to, right? So yeah, the Hermit, he really focuses on he's connected to his own inner wisdom, his own inner guidance. He knows what his truth is, and he does not accept anybody else's truth as his truth, right? And you also got the Lovers that came out here. This could be talking about a new love relationship that might be coming in for you, but most of the time this card it's talking more about a union of like your masculine and your feminine energies, right? That masculine of I need to do this, I need to do all these things to make this thing happen, and that feminine energy of that kind of just sitting and receive, trusting in my intuition, trusting that I'm taking the steps to align myself and my energy with this thing I'm trying to attract. That kind of sit and receive energy, right? But most of the time, the Lovers, this can be about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Like how I was saying earlier, all those three things, they need to be aligned. They need to be in coherence to really attract, to really bring in those things that you're trying to bring in, right? But it does feel like you are in this energy right now, whatever you're doing. I'm getting that you're really learning to observe your thoughts. You're learning to be aware. You're learning to be aware of the things that you're thinking, the things that you're saying about yourself, and the things that you're speaking over your life, right? Like, for example, if you're trying to, manifest a promotion at your job, if you're telling yourself, I don't deserve this position, I'm not good enough for this position or something like that, then, do you think the universe is going to deliver a promotion to you? Because you're sending out the message that I cannot handle this, right? And so you can kind of apply that to anything you're trying to bring in, right? And so, yeah, you've learned that it's really important to be an energetic match for the thing that you're trying to bring in. You can't just wish it into existence. You can't just trick the universe into believing that it's going to deliver you all these things that you cannot handle yet, right? And so, yeah, really trust that inner wisdom, really trust that inner guidance. Have that faith and that confidence that it is going to come in for you. And yes, it's easier said than done, right? It's like, when is it going to happen for me? When is it going to come in? And then we kind of get tired of waiting. We get tired of having to hold these high frequencies, right? Because it does get exhausting day in and day out. But I think you're really, because I'm hearing you're almost there. I'm hearing you're at the finish line, but you have not crossed over it yet. It's kind of like you're in this transition. You're in this in-between phase. Like there's a gap between where you are now and where you're trying to get to. And maybe that's it. Maybe there needs to be like a shift in perspective here. Instead of thinking like I'm almost there, like this thing, I'm almost at the finish line. I'm almost at, like the race is almost over. So instead of thinking that, maybe embody the energy that I'm already living this life now. Like you know that you're not at that life yet. You know that you don't have that new house, that new car yet, but you can embody the energy of the person that is already living that life. Like I can choose to be happy now. I can choose to feel like I can, have any job that I want, because if I don't have the skills now, I have the wisdom, I have the knowledge, I have the discipline to learn those new skills, right? And manifest all these things that I want. And so, yeah, really focus on aligning your awareness, but aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the person, like of the person who is already living that life. Right. That's what you need to do, is embody all of those elements. You could be struggling with, speech, like speaking your truth, because I'm having a little bit of trouble getting my words out, which I always do. But it feels like it's a little more today. So, and I'm getting like, really now is the time to really be clear in your intentions. Not just for your life, but when you're around people who do not have the same outlook on life as you do. Like we all have those people in our life that kind of see the glass half full always, like no matter what you tell them, like they always have something negative to say about something. So if you have those people in your life, I think you are being asked to, if you can't remove them from your life entirely, I think you're being asked to cut the cords to them energetically. Like really embody this hermit energy and really listen to your own inner guidance and kind of filter out all of that negativity, all of that negative energy, because it does affect us. Like the people that we are around, we do absorb that energy to an extent. Right, that's really why we have to watch who we hang out with. We have to watch who we have in our inner circle, right? Okay, so I'm going to get a couple more here. Spirit, please clarify that Lover's card. For some of you, it could be a love relationship, a new relationship coming in for you, because this feels like a renewal. It feels like a refresh energy, or just like a new beginning almost, right? And so again, really focusing on what seeds we want to plant and what we want to see manifest in our life. Yeah, please clarify that Lover's energy for this person, please. I'm going to give it one more shuffle. Shrek could be significant for somebody. Shrek and Fiona, or just princesses, that fantasy, that princess life. You could really be somebody who daydreams a lot. And if so, good job. Don't ever stop doing that. You need to allow yourself to visualize. You need to allow yourself to dream, right? It's just like Fiona, she was trapped in a castle, kind of waiting for what she didn't know Shrek was going to show up, but she was waiting for this prince to come save her, right? I'm getting that you have become the own savior in your life again. Whereas before, you were waiting for somebody to show up and kind of rescue you and kind of get you out of this situation, whatever this situation is for you. And instead of, waiting and waiting and waiting, like when is this new lover going to come in for me and rescue me, and then my new life can begin? And I think God is saying, your spirit team is saying that you don't have to wait for anybody to come save you. You have the power, you have the wisdom within you to create, to manifest whatever life you want. You don't need a man to do that. You don't need a woman to do that. You don't need anybody to do that for you. Okay, so you just had Nine of Swords come out too. And this reminds me of Beauty and the Beast and Snow White. Something is really significant about fantasy and about Disney and, those magical, fantasy movies, right? And so it feels like you're also in this full energy of, I'm on top of the world. Like, I'm carefree. I'm not worrying about things that I can no longer control, right? Because like we see with this Nine of Swords here, it came out in the reverse for you, but you could have been battling a lot of negative external energy from other people in your life is what I'm getting, but also like overwhelming thoughts, like overthinking and worrying about things that you can't control, right? Or that you cannot necessarily change overnight. And I'm getting victim mindset too. And you see how she has, well, let me show you. But see how she has like her face kind of tucked into her hands. There could have been some sort of like victim mentality here. Again, waiting for somebody to come save you. It's what I'm getting for that. But it's like you've become the own leader in your life again. Like you took authority. You took leadership over your life. And decided that I don't want to live in despair anymore, right? Okay, so you also got Four of Cups that just came out here. Yellow and solar plexus intuition are very significant for you. It always is for this in my readings in the past. But yeah, this Four of Cups, it came out in the reverse for you. And so you could have been really, I'm getting that you were really closed off to like new possibilities, new opportunities, new ideas, because maybe you were focusing too much on one thing. Like if this was at work and you're trying to get, or you were trying to get a new promotion is what I'm getting. For some of you, it's like you were trying to approach like a project or a task, an idea one way, but it was just not working. And, you know, you tried to kind of grit your teeth through it, you know, and just kind of push through it and hope it worked out. And it never really did in the way that you wanted, right? And you can kind of see he's sitting under this tree here with his eyes closed, and this cup with, you know, wings under it is kind of floating towards him, but he can't see it because his eyes are closed. Right, because he's not open to new possibilities. He's not open to new opportunities, right? So that could have been how you were in the past too. But since this came out in reverse and you see we got this eye underneath here, it's like you finally opened your eyes again. You finally took the blindfold off and put down that illusion that I don't have to wait for somebody to come in and change my life for me to be happy, right? For me to be excited about life again. I can do that on my own. I don't need anyone else to do that for me. You're the leader in your life again. You took authority back, right? I'm getting meditation is very important for you, but it feels like you already meditate. You feel like a very spiritual person, like you're very in tune, you're very connected with spirit. And so you also had Two of Cups that came out here too. You can see the lion. Lions are a symbol of courage. They're a symbol of strength, right? And we got these two cups here that are balanced. You learn to balance your light and your dark. You learn to bring light, love, and compassion to those dark areas in your life, to those dark, shadowy parts of us, right? And so yeah, this is a card about strength and determination and resilience. And you can kind of see these cups here, one's light, one's dark. It's like you're choosing which cup you want to drink from. Like, do you want to drink from the dark cup that's going to keep you in that anxiety, in that overthinking, in that depression? Or do you want to shift your perspective? Or if you want to look at life differently and realize that, you know, life is worth living, that, you know, there's abundance all around me, and that I don't have to wait for anybody to come in and save me. I just have to drink from this cup. I have to drink from God's cup. Okay, you also have the Tower that just fell out here. This could be a major, I'm getting that a major event could have taken place in your life. For a lot of you, I'm getting that it's career. You could have been let go from your job, got laid off. Something like that. For some of you, it may be a relationship. Like maybe you had to walk away from someone or cut somebody out of your life physically and energetically, right? Okay, because you did have this tower, and it's like, again, it feels like you're in kind of this in-between phase, like we saw with, you know, on that oracle card earlier when she was falling, you know, kind of trusting, having that faith that something was going to catch her. So it does feel like like a major event just took place, and you metaphorically kind of took a leap, jumped from that building, and now, you know, you're waiting on God to catch you, and He will. He definitely will. It feels like you took a leap on something. You cut somebody out of your life for some of you. Or maybe you left a job. You know, you realized the job was not resonating for you. It did not fulfill you. It felt like work. It didn't feel like, you know, it didn't fulfill you. It wasn't your reason for getting up in the morning, you know. Which God and serving others, giving back to the world, giving back to the community should really be everyone's reason for getting up in the morning, okay? But I'm gonna pull a couple more here. This video will not be 45 minutes today, but this is a great message so far. Whatever you guys are doing, please keep doing it. Okay, and I'm sorry I'm not looking, if it looks like I'm not looking at you. The setup I got here, I'm kind of looking in the middle of the screen and not the camera, but I'm looking into fixing that. So. Okay, Spirit, give us a couple more, please. A little more on that tower. I'm going to pull a little bit more tarot, and then I want to get you guys an angel number, a sign that you can look out for. Okay. I'm getting, be patient with yourself. Like, give yourself grace, give yourself patience, because this journey that we're on, it's not easy for any of us, right? You really have to rely on those people in your life. Well, not rely on them like you need them. Like I was saying earlier, you don't need anybody, okay? You're whole and complete just on your own, but we do need support, you know? And I think that's something that you realize too here. This is why this is in reverse, is that you don't have to do all this on your own, you know? Like, lean on those friends, those family members, because I'm also getting that rain is very significant. Like, it could have been a while since you had a good cry. You know, there could be some energy, some stuck energy that needs to be purged, that needs to be cleared out. If it was a relationship for some of you, let yourself have a good cry. Like, let all that trauma, let all that baggage, all those wounds, let it out. Because it does feel like there's some energy that wants to be purged here, because whatever this tower moment was for you, it probably shook your foundation a little bit, kind of emotionally. And there's some stability there. There's some healing there that needs to be done. Okay. But Spirit, give us like a little bit more, please. Because again, it feels like this is a very fertile time for you. Like, you really want to purge out all of that old stuck energy, so you can make room for this new energy that you need to embody. You know, that confidence, that strength, that determination, that joy, that happiness for where your life is right now. This card is being really stubborn. Okay, Spirit says just take it from the top. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be obedient. Okay. Okay, you got Page of Wands just came out here. So travel could be very significant for somebody. Maybe you need to get away. And if you can't go far, take a trip to your local park or anywhere that you can go to clear your head, to release all this stuck energy, right? You need to purge it from your system. But like we see with this Page of Wands here, she doesn't know where she's going. She's in the middle of the desert, but you know, she's in the middle of the desert, but you know, she has no plan. She can't see even 20 feet in front of her, but she has this faith. She has this confidence that wherever she's going is where she's meant to be, because she's listening to her intuition, right? the Page of Wands, she's kind of like the soul explorer. So now Dora the Explorer could be significant. I saw a little girl at Target earlier. She was dressed just like Dora Explorer. So I think that's a synchronicity for me. But anyway, so Page of Wands here, she's the soul explorer, right? So now is really the time to ask your soul what it needs and then give your soul what it needs, right? It feels like, yeah, you need to do a little bit of soul searching, you know, figure out where you're, well, not figure out, like rack your brain, you know, stress yourself out, like what do I need to do next, but figure out what your soul is trying to tell you. Really get connected with your soul at this time, okay? And it feels like you already are embodying this Hermit energy, but keep doing that. Okay, once you get, or at least until you get past this, you know, this storm that you're kind of wavering through. You also had 3 of Swords that just came out. There could have been like a betrayal or a heartbreak. That makes sense for some of you. This could be a love relationship that went wrong, that you still need to heal from, that you still need to forgive, right? Because again, that's also a trend, that's been a trend with the last few of my readings, is that we really need to focus on forgiveness, because forgiveness is what opens our heart. Our heart is a portal. And if you have all this trauma, all these grudges that you're holding against somebody, that really, it closes that portal, and it kind of keeps the energy from flowing freely, because we need the energy that our heart kind of produces, I'm getting, to manifest the things that we want, because that's where like our emotions live, right? I guess is the way you can think about it. And you don't want any low frequency emotions kind of hanging out in there. So yeah, really now is the time to purge, to alchemize, and release all that baggage, all those wounds. Like, forgive. If this was a love relationship for you, forgive that other person. And I don't know what this situation was. I'm getting that it could be very traumatic for some of you, like abuse, manipulation even. But you need to forgive that other person, you know, not for them, right, but for yourself, so that you can free up your heart space, okay? And for some of you, if it's more personal, like maybe something that maybe you're struggling with at work, maybe you're trying to get a promotion, you're trying to up level at your job and your company, but you're just not able to do it. And maybe there's some personal kind of baggage there that you need to forgive yourself for. Maybe you made some mistakes career-wise, and now you feel like maybe I don't deserve this now. Maybe it won't come in for me because of things that I've done. Forgive yourself, okay? Like, I'm hearing that the most important person in our life that we can forgive is ourselves, okay? Because forgiveness is not for anybody else. It's for you, okay? And you have the devil at the bottom. This is like the 3rd or 4th time I've seen this card today. I'm sick of seeing it, but you know, he's not gonna stop trying. He's gonna keep triggering you. He's gonna keep testing you, okay? But just keep embodying this courage, this strength that you have, because again, I feel like this is crunch time. Like, you're not across the finish line yet, but you're about to be. And now is the time to really let go of all those things that are clogging up your heart space and that are not serving you, okay? I do feel like that is what God, that is what your spirit team wants me to tell you, is that you may not know where you're going yet, but trust that wherever you're going, it's a lot better than what you left behind, okay? The things that are falling away, the things that are being released from your life, you have to trust and you have to know that they were not meant for you. Okay, and you have to let go of that control. You have to let go. You have to loosen your grip. Okay? Because all these things that are falling away, they weren't for you. All these people that are leaving, they were not for you. Okay? But this is getting kind of long, so I want to get you guys an angel number really quick. And so Spirit, give us an angel number so this person can know that this was for them. And then we'll wrap this up, okay? It's got 717 bravery. This is a perfect card that could have come out. Really embody the bravery archetype, right? Like going back to Shrek and Fiona. Like Shrek didn't know what he was going to be going into. He didn't know what he would find when he got to that castle, you know, and saw Fiona, right? But he had the bravery, he had the courage to go in there and do it anyway, had the confidence that he could figure it out, right? That he could do whatever it took, right? And then next thing you knew, we had 3 Shreks later, because Shrek embodied that confident and that courageous, that brave archetype, right? And he saved the day. Like, you need to save your own day. You need to be your own hero, right? And so, yeah, 717, you could be seeing this number, or you may see it after this reading. And if you do, and you don't mind sharing, leave me a comment and let me know that you saw this number, okay? Because I welcome that, okay? It's really important for us to build community with each other so that we can all understand that we are not doing this alone, okay? That we are not here in this race, fighting this battle alone. You probably have people that are struggling with similar issues to you, but we all have to learn to be more open and be more transparent with other people. And that doesn't mean that you have to tell everybody everything. And you should not. You should keep some things to yourself. But it does feel like you may be struggling with some kind of heartbreak, some kind of overthinking or doubting yourself, maybe even because of some major event that just happened in your life, okay? And God wants you to know that you are not alone in this, okay? But you have to forgive it. You have to release it, because it is not serving you, and you cannot take it into this new chapter God is about to manifest for you, that God is about to deliver to you, okay? But that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you really got something very important out of this reading. And if you did, please leave me a like, or please leave me a comment. I would love to hear, you know, some of the things you guys may be struggling with, and maybe we can help out each other. But until next time, thank you again for joining me.